Hi, it's Phil Bedford here, the Rebel Networker, and welcome to the show. And this week I'm privileged to be here with David Labouchere, who is an ex-senior officer in the British Army and is now working in Dubai in his passion. I better keep pedaling, otherwise David's going to tell me off, because he's also a trainer and he's an elite athlete with the triathlon. David, you're doing what in the triathlon at the moment?
I'm going in 2 weeks to South Africa, where I hope to qualify for the World Championships of Ironman.
Ironman, so not just the triathlon, the Ironman.
Well, the Ironman is just a longer distance in the triathlon. So you start with short distances of super sprint, which take about an hour to do, and you can move up to Ironman, which takes anything up to 17 hours to complete.
Okay, so I better get pumping. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I don't normally cycle in this, but hey ho. So what we've got, and we're in today, we're in the Optimal Fitness gym up in the Studio City in Dubai, and you're a partner here recently. And David's going to give us some of his philosophies on business based on his experiences. So David, fire away.
Well, I should put a caveat on it, first of all, that my experience is military rather than business. But the leadership side of that, I think, translates very nicely across from one to the other. So while I'm very new to business, I'm pretty well experienced in leadership, having had a few years in the army. That philosophy basically can be summed up in do the job of the man above you. And so what I try to do is to empower at every level, so that each level of the business is actually working to relieve their superior of their duties. The idea being that if everybody in the business works hard at their job and tries to do a bit of the job of the man above, then I'll be released to work on the business rather than in the business.
Beautiful. And one of the challenges, particularly for small business owners, is they end up doing absolutely everything, from the tea to the sales to the marketing to the management. And I love the philosophy of freeing yourself up so you can get on the business, so you can start to look forward. Love it.
I have to say from the start that it might be a good philosophy, but I've yet to actually execute the philosophy to the point where I am released from working in the business.
And that's why you're the small business owner, and that's why you're on the show, because at the end of the day we're all in the process of doing that. And appreciate your advice. So what would another tip be with regards to, because we were having a conversation the other day and you were telling me how you've started with the end in mind. You've got a 5-year goal, you know where you're going to go.
Yes.
And what's the power in that?
Well, I think if you work backwards from where you want to go and you produce a plan, then you won't be bogged down in the here and now, but you will constantly have a view for the future. And if you can identify, it's called selection and maintenance of the aim in military speak. If you can identify that aim and maintain the aim, then all the other bits become less important. And what you do is you concentrate on the bits that will lead you from where you are now to the end state, whatever that might be. In my case, it's a 5-year plan. It might take 6, it might take 4. But at the end of the day, I want to build a successful business that is profitable, where the people are happy, where people are fulfilled, and where all of our customers enjoy the highest standards that this industry can provide.
Fantastic. So just to summarise, your big tips here are start with the end in mind, have a thought.
Absolutely.
And try and as an employee, get the people to do the job of the ones above, so you can have a good time.
Well,
get out there and exercise.
To a certain extent, it's not about having a good time, but hopefully it does allow you to think further ahead rather than the here and now. And I think my only tip with all of 12 weeks of business experience is that if you lose sight of the aim, then you get bogged down in trivia and won't actually get to the aim head on.
Good tips. All right, so if you want to know anything more about Optimal Fitness or David and his up and coming races, then check out the links below, and we'll see you soon. Rebel Network.
Thank you.